Hello everyone, so today we are going to look into onboarding slides, and I've already built UI for that, so I'll quickly walk you through that. So we have a simple app component in which I am importing onboarding component, and this onboarding component, now it is of three parts. One is header, which is this sections, scroll view, which is this middle section, and a footer, which is this indicator, and skip button. So I'll remove skip and we'll have a progress circle in the skip in the place of the skip button. And basically the scroll view, this data is I'm taking it from this file where I'm exporting the data, and in the SVG icon folder I have all the 4 SVG. So basically this 3 slide images and this logo images. Okay, and you can clone this starter file from the starter branch. I'll put the link in the description. So let's start animating this onboarding form. So now I want the scroll view to be snapping once it reaches this center of the next slide. So for that we have some property in scroll view. One is snap to alignment, that is center, and snap to interval. So snap to interval, this will be width. Basically when we want to snap to the second slide with the whole width of the screen. So this width is I'm importing the total width of the screen. Okay, so this is how this will snap to interval will happen. And also I will like to give it a throttle scroll even throttle of 16, so it will run at that FPS. So now if I'll reload the app, and the moment I do like this, it will snap to the next image until it reaches center, and it will release, it will snap. And if it's and center has not been reached, it will step back like this. And one more thing I want to do here is when you scroll very fast, so it will reach the first slide. Similarly from first slide, if you scroll very fast, it will reach to the end slide. So what to avoid that, we can do deceleration rate as 1. So now if no matter how fast I will scroll, it won't reach to the end. Okay, so now we'll start with the animation. So first animation will be looking into this logo animation. So for that, first let's drag the scroll view. So basically the scroll view, scroll value, I'm sorry. So I'll give you shared value, scroll val as use shared value, and I'll make this scroll view as animated dot scroll view. Okay, and what we can do is on scroll we can do handle scroll, and we'll bring this animated from reanimated. Cool. We'll do const, and we'll do use animated scroll handler. So use animated scroll handler will give us on big drag, on hand drag. So we need on scroll in our case, and this on scroll will give us content offset, and in content offset it will give us x and y. But we are scrolling horizontally, so we'll take x, and we'll do scroll well dot value is equals to x. So now this scroll value is we are keeping track of the scroll. So I'll remove this unnecessary import. Okay, so now we have this scroll well. Now we'll pass the scroll well to the logo. Okay, we'll go to the logo. Logo is this file, and will bring scroll well. So now what we wanted to do, we want to make this SVG as animated. So we'll do anim svg is equals to animated dot create animated component, and we'll pass that svg there, and in place of this svg we'll replace it with anim svg. Okay, now we'll copy the whole props, we'll cut it out, and here we'll put the const animated prop is equals to use animated props, and this is a callback function in which we have to return the prop. Yeah, we'll have to return the props. So this is an object, so let me change each of them. Okay, and this animated prop will pass it here as animated props as animated prop. So now if I'll save, nothing will change. Okay, so I'm animating this logo. So whenever we scroll, we want this logo to rotate. So simply we'll come here, we'll give it a rotation, and rotation, if I'll give it a value of like 100. Okay, the moment I save, you see this will rotate. We'll do 150, and this will rotate. So what we need to do is want to interpolate for scroll well dot value, and we want the value. So right now we have 3 slides, so for now I'm hardcoding it, and hardcoding it later will refactor it for dynamic. So I'll do width 0, and then width. So first the scroll value will be 0, then after scrolling to second slide it will be width, and then width into 2. So we'll do width into 2. Okay, and output, what output we want. So output we want like whenever it scroll to next slide, we want it to get more 90 degree than 180 degree, like that. So we'll just test it. Now you see, the moment we are scrolling, it's also scrolling. Yes. So now we'll go to the indicator quickly. So we'll also, an indicator will also pass the scroll well. Again scroll well, we'll go to indicator, we'll have this scroll well. Okay, now we want one animated dot view, which will be our active indicator. Okay, So we'll give it a animated style. Drag it up here. We'll do const animated style as use animated style. We'll callback function will just return all the style for this guy. So we'll do animated style for the hair. So we want exactly just to be the style will be exactly the same. Just for active indicator we'll give it a white color, and it will be position absolute. Okay, the moment we save it, we'll see this white indicator here. Okay, so as you can see, the width we have given for this indicator is 50. And it's a space between. Okay, the moment you give it 60 like that, it will spread out. So we'll give it 50. So now what we wanted to do, the moment we go to the next slide, we want to interpolate this indicator. So we'll interpolate the left property of this indicator. Okay, so we'll do interpolate call scroll dot value. Okay, and again it will be 0. This is for now, we are doing it hard coded. We'll refactor in the last into 2, the second slide. So what we want it to jump to this when it jump to this next second slide, we want this to come here and this to come here. So how can we achieve that? So this is 50. For 0 it will be 0. For second slide it will be 50 divided by 2, that is 25, and in the end it will be 50. Let's try this. Nope. So if you can see, everything is correct here, but because we want it to go to the seconds, it will be 25, 50, 0, 25, 50. Okay, so everything is correct here, but we are forgetting that we need to subtract the width of this active indicator itself. So we'll subtract the half of the width for -5 and -5 here as well. Oh, here it will be -10. So now I've gone here. Okay, and we also, just for fun, I also want to animate the width of this active indicator. So right now it's 10. So what I wanted to do, I'll interpolate and for scroll dot value, but what I want width to increase till second and then decrease back to its original. Then I want it to, when it will go from second to third slide, I want to increase it till third and then decrease back to 0. So for that we'll have to do like this. Like we want width divided by 2. I'll explain you after writing width. So or in vector way into 0.5 into 1, width into 1.5, and then that width into 2. And in output we want it to be 0. Then I want the sides to get double when it's half wait for the second slide, then again back to its original value, then back to 20, then 10. So it should increase to 20, then back to 10, where it should also be 10. So now you see it's increasing and then going back to 0. So we'll make it dynamic once again in the end. Just let me finish all the animation. It's looking nice. Now the third animation I'm looking to is the background color. So if you'll see in data we have given it some color for all the 3 slides. Okay, so what I wanted to do, I want to animate dot view here, and also do animated dot view here, and this style will convert into main container style, and we'll give it here const main container style, and we'll give it a use animated style, callback function, return statement, and this main container property. We'll give it. Now if you'll see, nothing will change, but now we want to change this background color based on the scroll. So we'll just do interpolate color, we'll do scroll dot value, and then again same 0 width into 2, and then we'll change the color. So for the first slide it will be the first color, so it will be like data 0 dot color. So second slide it will be data dot 1 color, the third it will be data dot 2 color. Okay, so the moment I save it, this, you see the color got changed, and the moment we change the slide, the color will change. Okay, so now the things that are left is the skip functionality and a progress bar and a dynamic generate of this, of all the interpolation. Okay, so let's start with the skip functionality. So what we'll do first, we'll give a ref to a scroll view, scroll ref, and we can do const scroll ref is equals to use ref, and use ref will come from react.js, and the moment you click skip, so skip is in header, this we'll give it a touchable opacity, so on press will handle skip. The moment handle skip, someone press skip button, we want the scroll value dot scroll ref dot current to scroll to end, and we'll give animated to true. Okay, so we'll save it and we'll, yep, one moment the skip is pressed, it will go to end. Good, so the skip is done. Now this circle progress, so this is in footer, this, so here we want component circle progress we'll make this component here RNF. Okay, so this will be an SVG. So we'll give it an SVG icon. Then we'll put 2G here. We'll put a circle. So I'll quickly go to reactnative SVG. Reactnative SVG. Okay. Go to circle and we'll grab this. Put it here. G should also be imported. We'll save it. Okay, save it and we'll see a circle down here. What we need to do, we need to do two circles. The first will be transparent, the second will give it a white color. Cool. We'll give it a stroke. Okay, so for now we'll give it a stroke of let's say red, equal to, sorry, and then we'll give it a stroke opacity of 0.5. We'll give a stroke width of 6. Same thing we'll give it here. Save it. So now it's not looking nice. For that we'll have to give it a width of 100. Sorry, width of 50. Height of 50. And also we'll need to give it a view box, so that is that will be somewhere around 0, 0, 10, 10. Yes. I'll save it. Let's make this 40. 40, 40, 40. Not sure. 20. Okay, so this look much better, but I want them to be more smaller, like 30. Yeah, I think this looks good. 30, 30, yes. So here we'll fade this stroke of the first circle, and the stroke of second circle, make it black, and stroke width will be around 10. Stroke opacity will be full, so no, okay, now I can give it 8. Not sure why. Okay, stroke width will be 6. So now this will be a circle. So these are some properties I've given here. So the main property that I need to show you is stroke dash array. So let's say 100 and stroke offset, which is, let's say 100. So now if you'll give it, you'll calculate the circumference. So circumference is equals to 2 into pi, which is 3.14, into the radius, which is this 30, our case. So we'll just take the circumference, we'll put it here, we'll put it here. So now whole line is covered. So if I will put 0, if I put circumference divided by 2, it will turn into half. What we need to do is make it transparent. Okay, good. So what we need to do is need to animate this. So we'll come to Animating Circle. Okay, so we are going to animate the circle. So now we have created it as an animated component. Now I will cut this out and I will put as animated prop as animated prop to const animated prop is equals to use animated props, callback function, return, paste it here, and we'll quickly convert it into an object of key value. Now the result will be same, and I want to change it fill into black and stroke into white. Now what we'll have to do is we have to pass the scroll view in this circle progress, and we'll grab this scroll view and we'll quickly interpolate scroll, sorry, that's scroll well. So we'll do scroll well dot value, we'll give it 0, width into 2, and what we want to do is we want stroke dash transparent. Okay, so we want that stroke dash to be so it should be completely empty at first go, that is circumference. Then in the second slide we want it to be 50%. So first is empty, then 50%, and the last will be completed. So we'll do circumference by 2 and then 0. That's it. We'll save it. If I'll do this, you see, what else I wanted to do is I want stroke. So this one, property stroke line, sorry, stroke line cap. So we want that stroke line cap to be round. Yeah, this round effect will come. And then also I want this to start from here in the center. So what we can do is we can rotate, give it a rotation of minus 90 degree. Okay, give this as, yeah. So now the one problem I see, okay, so now, so I've increased the value of pi, so that dot is gone now. I don't know why. I think it has to be perfect value, so I really don't know the other decimals, so I think this will do for us now. So now also what I wanted to do, when it's completed, I want a check mark. So I've brought this SVG check mark, so we'll bring it here. What we can do is we can give it a view, and here we can bring this check mark. So wrap it around, give it a style of position absolute, and we can give this view as align item center, justify content center. Okay, cool. We can give it a margin like bottom of 10. No, to give it a top of like 25, I guess. Yeah, now I think this is center. So now what we want to do is want to pass the scroll view to here, and the moment this scroll is completed, we'll bring this we'll bring this path. So what we can do is again const animated path is equals to animated dot create animated component with path. We'll give it an animated component, animated path, I'm sorry. Give it animated prop as animated prop const animated, sorry, const animated props as use animated props. Done. Now we'll save, nothing will change. Now what we wanted to do is, so here you can see the width is 34, so we can give a stroke dash array and stroke dash offset same. So stroke dash array will be like 34, and scroll value for now we'll give it like that 34, 20 and 0. We'll import everything. Width. Now if we'll save it, hard reload. Yes, now we need to find the actual length. Let's take it 60. Okay, now when we do this, so now what we wanted to do is we'll keep 60 both the place, and in the end we'll do 0. 1. Okay, so I think this is also finished. Color, indicator, progress bar, check mark, this rotation of the skip is also working. Last thing is we want to do a dynamic import. So now so now this thing, these are almost everywhere. So what we can do is we can put data dot map item, and so we don't need item, that is we need index. We'll do index into width. Same thing, we'll map over here, and here we'll need the item, and we'll do item dot color. I think this is the main container. Okay, so I think this color will still work. Similarly, you can do this everywhere. So now I have refactored the code, and I want you guys to try, like if you are coding along, I want you to make it reusable. So what I have refactored, so like if I'll go into the data, okay, and I'll add 2 more items, 1, and suppose I give it ID of 4 and 5. If I'll save it, now you see the indicators, it shows 5 indicators. Oh, let me refresh it. Okay, so now it shows 5 indicators, and the moment you do, the circle progress will also will change according to that 5 indicators. So the up till now what we have coded was everything was hard coded. It was for 3 slides only. So I want you guys to make it dynamic, and if you want a reference, you can directly clone the final branch which I have updated. So from there you can get this refactor code, but I want you guys to try it on your own. So thank you for watching. Thank you.